So it's day two of the most talked about wedding of the year. Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif will be exchanging vows tomorrow. And before that, today, India Today's hearing, there will be a mega Sangeet ceremony. One that looks like it's right out of the movies. There are grand plans for the Sangeet ceremony today. And the information that we have at hand is that it is going to be star-studded. Both Vicky and Katrina are going to be dancing to, in fact, the very famous song Teri Aur from Katrina's film Singer's King. The playlist that will have the guests growing, including Kala Chashma and Nachde Ne Sare from the movie Barwara. Bollywood's power couple is now just a day away from taking their 7 fairas together at the exclusive venue, which is 700 years old. So the countdown is well and truly on. The festivities have begun. We understand that there was an intimate mehendi ceremony as well.
That he's done mine and Isabel's first shoot together.
Let's take this across to Chaiti Narula. She's been getting us all the action from Rajasthan, from Sawai Madhopur. Chaiti, good morning. Day 2 of the VickTrina wedding. You know, the entire nation is watching your reports to get all the live updates of what's happening. We understand that there was an intimate mehendi ceremony, and today it's all about Sangeet.
Absolutely, like you rightly mentioned, the intimate mehendi ceremony got over yesterday. Today is the Sangeet, and as you were mentioning also, Akshita, they're going to be performing that famous song Teri Aur. Katrina Kaif is going to be dancing on her own Sangeet. Then there is Kala Chashma, which she's very famous for. There's going to be a performance on Kala Chashma also, and Nachde Sare from the movie Bar Bar Dekho. And it's a grand Sangeet ceremony that they have planned. But while I say grand, I'm also in the same breath going to be saying it is going to be very, very intimate. And they're very private about this particular ceremony. In fact, where I'm standing right now, right behind me, is the Ranthambore National Park. This is where they're going to be taking their guests for a wildlife safari also. It's very much known for that. And tomorrow is when the couple are going to be tying the knot. We've been getting you all the updates. The entire ceremony looks as beautiful as your wedding, I would say, Akshita. You were looking so pretty, so you should see how this wedding is also been planned. Very pretty, very beautiful, great trousseaus. Designers have been roped in from around the world. Stylists have been roped in. And, you know, what's interesting is that there are different entry points to the wedding venue. So whenever there's a big star that is entering, it's not always the same spot they're entering from. They're entering from different spots, and they've been given codes each. So there are secret codes. They're being identified by these secret codes and not by their names. We're tracking all the developments closely, and we'll continue to do so over the course of the day, Akshita.
Chaiti, only you can be kind enough to compare me to Katrina Kaif. But why have there been no pictures? You know, I know that there's a non-disclosure agreement in place, but usually by now we at least get some pictures, you know, some insight into what's happening. That's absolutely not happened. Not a single picture is out so far.
You know, you're very right about that. But the thing is, what they've done and what we're picking up from sources right now is that all the pictures and the shots of the ceremonies over the next 3 days, or rather yesterday, today and tomorrow, they've sold the rights to a magazine. And what we're also picking up from the grapevine, from the sources, is not confirmed information. But there is an OTT platform that is negotiating buying the footage of the entire wedding as well. So all of this behind the scenes is in the works, and this is probably the reason. Outside of keeping it private, I wouldn't say it is as much as about keeping it private as much as it's about this entire brand equity that has been built around Vicky Kaushal and Katrina Kaif now, and the selling rights is something that we will be closely tracking as well. So if you remember, Deepika and Ranveer, beg your pardon, when they got married, or it is Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma, if you see them, they're doing ad campaigns together. So their brand equity is somewhere enhanced after this marriage as well. And the same goes for Katrina Kaif and Vicky Kaushal too. Now they are negotiating selling the rights of the photographs to a magazine, and the footage to an OTT platform is what we are at the moment picking up from sources. This is strictly source-based information right now. As soon as we have a confirmation on that, we'll keep updating you.
It's a big business, the business of weddings. Chaiti, thank you for joining us with that report from Ranthambore. Chaiti Narula is getting us all the live updates, all the action and the inside details of the biggest wedding of the year. That's it from me on this edition of Festa. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned to us here on India Today. A few minutes from now, Preeti Chaudhary discusses the road ahead for farmer groups. Will they finally call off their agitation today? She discusses that and much more in just a bit.